Hi, it's Dr. Joel. There's a saying that I love, and I tell my patients this in my office in Naples, Florida, like every time I have the chance to give a talk or a seminar. And it's, I want your mind, not your spine. That even though I'm a chiropractor and I work with spines, that the mind is more important. And the reason is because what your mind thinks it conceives, it achieves. So if you think sickness and disease, then you get sickness and disease. If you think like a healthy person, then you ending up like a healthy person. So the bottom line is this, like by 35 years old, 95% of your day is automatic. It's already pre-programmed from past experiences, from past actions. Like just think about this for a second. When you wake up, what do? The first thing you do, well, nowadays you check your phone probably. You go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, you just make sure that everything's familiar there. Maybe you take a selfie and share it with somebody. I don't know, probably not in the morning, but you never know, right? And then you go to the bathroom, you have breakfast, you have a shower, you go to work, you always drive the same. It's the same routines over and over and over. And there's very little left to conscious thought. Right? And so we wonder why we don't achieve the things we want to achieve, and whether that's success in life and with relationships and with work, or whether that's success with health and well-being and wellness, right? And we wonder why. It's because by 35, 95% of our actions are programmed. And so I'm a big believer in like changing your mind to what you'd like to achieve in your life. And we know for sure that science supports that. So I recommend in the morning taking some time to pray, to meditate, to visualize, to just determine what it is that you want your day to look like and what you want the outcome of your day to be. You know, science shows that when you visualize in your brain lights up the exact same way as if you're doing it physically. So here's an example. If you're playing tennis and you're hitting a ball, there are certain areas in your brain that light up to make your body do those tasks. Right? Now, if you're just lying in bed with your eyes closed and you picture yourself hitting the same ball and you're very quiet about it, but you're thinking very clearly about the movements, about the muscles firing, about everything that's necessary for you to hit the tennis ball, the exact same thing happens in your brain. It lights up the exact same way. So your brain really, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between visualization and what's happening in reality or physically. And so use that to your advantage. Start visualizing. You create the pathways for success, for health. I find when you deal with weight loss and people who have trouble losing weight, what happens is they see themselves as fat. They see themselves as obese. They see themselves as ugly. And so they'll see maybe even walking by a store in the mall and they'll see a beautiful dress on a mannequin and they'll say, oh, that's a beautiful dress, I'd love that. And then their next thought is the programmed thought, oh yeah, but it'll look terrible on me. And they give up because they've programmed the neural networks in their brain to believe that they're always going to be overweight. Well, no, you can change those thoughts, right? You change them in the morning through prayer, meditation, visualization, and then through the day you can check yourself as well. So if it's weight that you're struggling with, you pay attention to when you're thinking, oh yeah, but I'm too fat to do that, or I'm too ugly to wear that dress, or whatever the case is. And I recommend a simple trick, but very powerful, is put an elastic band around your wrist. And what happens is when you have that negative thought that you're trying to break and reprogram your brain, when you hear it, you snap it. Snap this so it brings consciousness to your brain, gets you out of that subconscious or unconscious state. And what happens is then, instead of you think that thought, you say, oh no, I want to think this, and you replace it with an affirming thought. No, I am thin, I am beautiful, I'm full of energy, I am full of life, I will look amazing in that dress, and you reprogram that. And pretty soon what will happen is you'll notice that you're going to catch yourself before the thought even shows up, and you're going to say, normally I would have thought this way, but I want to think this way. And then you're going to replace it with an affirming thought. And then pretty soon, and I'm talking about a couple weeks, like literally 2 weeks, you're going to change the thought. And we know that to think is to create, or as a man thinks in his heart, so is he, right? So we know that once you start changing the thoughts, then your thoughts create your decision making, which create your actions and your habits. And if you start thinking healthy thoughts and good, successful thoughts about you and your day and all that stuff, then the actions are sure to follow. So pick one thing that you're maybe struggling with. Maybe it's your mood, or maybe it's weight, or maybe it's your diet, or maybe it's your exercise levels, or maybe it's the success of your business. Whatever it is, pick one thing that you're going to go after right here and watch what happens in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Watch what happens to that thing. So I hope you enjoyed this. Share this with people who you feel might benefit from it. And I can't wait to talk to you guys next time. Thanks.